What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Dink and Dissect. On this channel, we're going to be focusing on full match analysis. This is going to be really focusing on shot selection, strategy, positioning, and the decisions that actually win or lose pickleball games. Today's match footage is provided by Ryan Roman Football. You'll find the original match linked down below, so go ahead and check him out. This is the full match analysis, so we will be stopping, rewinding, and dissecting key moments along the match. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's get right into this recording. Okay, so first off that I see is if I were the opposing team, this is Ryan Football and his partner, what I would be doing is returning to this guy again and seeing what happens. That first ball went way out of bounds, and if you're trying to win a semifinals match, I would be going there over and over until you can show that you can get it in the court. It might be nerves, that's why you hit it out of bounds. This is a semifinal match, so let's go ahead and continue and see how they play it out. Mid-court serve. Okay, first of all, something I want to point out real quick. You don't see this a lot at the 3.5 level. Ryan Football decided to go with a drop. And what I like about this drop is it's nice and high, has plenty of margin over the net. What you see a lot of times is people going for perfect drops, maybe an inch or two over the net, which if you can hit, great. But a lot of the times that is a low margin shot. And this gives you a lot of time to get up to the net. And then two, if they are going to take it out of the air, they look like they're prepared to get low and play defense. So I prefer high drops instead of low drops. He does take it out of the air, and Ryan seems to be athletic enough to get over there, get two hands in the paddle, and go for one more shot. Again, same thing. You guys see that? It is high over the net, and they are ready to get the next one. I would keep doing that because they have not shown they are going to be super aggressive with those shots. Some dinking down the line, and then some hands. Something I want to point out here real quick, something that you don't see at the 3.5 level. It looks like this is going to be a slower paced game, which is great. You don't see that at the 3.5 level. A lot of the times you see just people driving it at all costs. So this is going to be encouraging to see, and let's see how it plays out. One thing I wanted to point out here, if there's going to be a lot of dinking, you need to start looking as the opposing team how to be aggressive. So here, this player in the green shorts, I think, is going to dink down the line. Yep. That is a very earnable ball. This man, look right here, looks very athletic. That is something that you need to keep an eye on. If he's going to go down the line like that, that earnie suddenly becomes available, and you can take that. I would keep hitting it to that forehand and see what he does with it. I like these nice high drops. Again, a lot of dinking here. The nice speed up to the backhand. That was a good spot to place the speed up. And it looks like, yes, he can get those in bounds, those drives. Good hands, good hands, good hands battle. I just kept going forehand to forehand. I'll keep an eye on it. I think a good job attacking it out of the air. Sitting heavy backhand. It finally got too high, and they were able to put it away. Good put away by the opposing team. High drop. Good put away. Okay, two-handed backhand. That makes your backhands so much stronger if you're able to put two hands on it, especially if it's going out wide. So I like seeing that. Let's see if that continues. Okay, yeah, if I am Ryan Football and his teammate, I am returning 100% of the time to the guy in pink shorts. A lob, good lob. Oh, I just got unlucky. That was a good surprise lob. Really caught them off guard. It's really good because you keep advantage there at the kitchen. That was a good job keeping them back, but that last one just went too far out. One thing I want to point out here was a few seconds ago now. Something you don't want to be doing is, let's see if we get it right here. He is going up with one hand. This is a perfect spot to put two hands on it. You have plenty of time to move your feet and get there, and you have a lot more control instead of going out wide and straight down with it. So you don't want to go straight down. I get the point. Your eyes get wide, and it's very easy to do that. But a lot of the times you're going to go into the net. I prefer putting two hands on it and trying to go deep towards the opposing team's baseline. Good high return, nice and deep, makes it hard. Again, that's, I think, the second or third return that Pink Shorts has messed up on. If I am the opposing teams, I am returning there 10 out of 10 times until he shows me otherwise. Let's go ahead and say it's at 3. Let's see how that continues. A nice deep return. He is able to drive and get it up there. Look at what happens. They are able to keep the opposing team back, and they are never able to make it up to the kitchen, and that's an easy side out. Nice deep serve. I like these high drops. That one was a little too high. He seems very athletic and was able to put that away. Changes it up with the drive. I like this game a lot. Okay. There's going to be a lot of dinking. If I am the opposing team, I am going at green shorts, again, 10 out of 10 times, especially in a tournament setting. And I am specifically targeting that backhand. He doesn't seem to have as much mobility as Ryan Football. So that I would talk to my partner, and that would be my strategy. So Pink Shorts has adjusted. He doesn't seem to be going for the drive every time now. I will say from back here, that is a hard drop to do. Look at where he's contacting this, way behind the baseline. That is very hard, very low margin. I would prefer to go for a 60 to 70% drive here, and you're not looking to win the point off this drive. You're just looking to get a ball back in the midcourt and to be able to reset that, make the point neutral. It does work. They are able to get into the kitchen with that. So what I would do, I would continue doing those drops if I were the opposing team. Blue shirt decides to go ahead and drive it. They have not been able to move up to the kitchen yet. Okay, they are back in there. Again, if I'm the opposing teams, I am going to green shorts. He has not shown he can punish me. He's allowing them to get to the kitchen. A lot of dinking. Wow, good eyes by Ryan Football. A lot of the times it is very easy to just put your paddle up. Your hands just kind of take over. So good let. I like the shot choice. Look at this. Ryan is able to slide. He's about to slide his feet. He passed two hands instinctively on the paddle, and he is ready to crush this ball. It is above the height of the net. That was just an execution error. The right shot choice. This is a good shot. Even though it didn't work out how they wanted it to, it's still a good shot. The shot selection is there. Good job keeping them back. They are not able to move up. Good job by the opposing team. They saw that bounce, and you saw a guy in the blue shirt instinctively rush up there because they had some time. Deep return. Guys, something I wanted to point out here real quick. This is getting a little bit too fancy with it. Watch the guy in the pink shorts. You don't need to do this. I get green shorts was able to get there and stuff. Your job as a returning team is to keep them back as long as possible. You don't want to give them any opportunity to get easily up here unless you know you can put that away. If I were him, I would have preferred to put that cross court if I'm going to do that. But this is just relinquishing, the opportunity at the kitchen. You're losing your advantage. Again, they're able to put that away. With more practice, these players will eventually be able to get at the kitchen and neutralize the point. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right at the net. That happens sometimes. Pink shorts is still driving it. I think that was going out. Look at this drive technique. Look at how he's lunging back, foot's off the ground. That's not very repeatable. If I'm seeing him wind up like this in the midcourt, I am letting this ball go. Again, hard to recognize in the moment, but this ball is probably going out. See how they handle it. These players have not shown a great ability to get into the kitchen with inconsistent drives and drops. The drops have been working for them more often than the drives. So if I were them, I would have a little conversation, say we need to start dropping more often, especially over to green shorts. He doesn't seem to be able to attack those very well. Good drops. Good crush. That's what happens when you get it up high. Do you guys remember the other one we saw with the one-handed smackdown? It's not as consistent. When you are able to put two hands, you are able to get a lot of power on that. He's leaving his feet and just able to crush that ball at a really good angle. Try to get in the habit of putting two hands on the paddle when you can. Good two-handed backhand. That one's tough. He finally let one go, and that one happened to be in. I like this game a lot. Good job. When you can, take those out of the air. I know sometimes the habit is to let them bounce, so you can get a little bit of a better angle at it, but you don't want to give your opponent time to set up. This one's not super deep, so good job by this player in the green shorts to take it out of the air. Good play. Deep return. Not sure exactly what happened there. I just got drilled a little bit too high. So as of watching this game right now, the player in the blue shirt seems to be the most dangerous player. So again, with what I was saying earlier, I would continue to try and feed every ball over to pink shorts guy, which is what Ryan Football is doing. Good job. Goes cross court. What's going to happen here? Cross court dinking battle. He speeds it up at red shorts. Right choice. That ball that came back just got away from you guys a little bit. A good drive. Okay, so this is a good example of why you drive. You're driving not to score the point. Watch this. I'm sure he could hit a lot harder than this if he wanted to. He's got a good base here. He's not leaping off his foot like you saw in that last one. But look at what happens here. The drive isn't to score the point. Look at what happens where the ball lands. It lands almost right at the kitchen line. They have free entry into the kitchen, and they are going to start a little dinking battle. The point is neutralized now. Good job by this team back here. Keep them back as long as you can. Good job. No need to get fancy. Just keep them back there. Good job getting into the kitchen by the opposing team. Beautiful. You guys remember what I said at the beginning of the video? If you guys see the habit of the player going down the line, you need to capitalize on that. I think right now blue shirt is the best player on the court. He is able to identify things that are going to happen before they happen. So he probably kept that in mind, that when green shorts was on the opposite side, he went down the line, what that pattern looked like, and he's able to do the Ernie right there. Something you need to keep track of. A good chance to be offensive. He sees it. Good finish. Guys, when you get to a certain level, you need to start watching your opponents and their patterns, and you can be aggressive from so many spots. Good job recognizing that this is going. There is going to be a lot of dinking in this game. How can we capitalize on that? Good job by Ryan for keeping them back, not letting them get into the kitchen. Good drop. Look at these drops. Again, people are afraid to go high. Look at when this crosses the net, what the margin is. Look at how high that is. It's like, what, 2.5 feet? Manages it to bounce, and they need to move up. Ryan Football at this point needs to move up closer to the kitchen and capitalize. I like this right here. Look at where the ball is when he attacks it. Look at that. It's above the net. He's doing the right shot right here. He's about to speed the ball up. If I were him, I know at the 3.5 level it's hard, but you need to attack player in pink shorts, and I would aim for the right hip, or his left hip right here. He's sitting very heavily forehand. You could get an easy return if you went back, if you made him go backhand. Good drop. Obviously, if you can, low drops are better. Look at this. Beautiful drop. With some spin on that, some top spin, these players need to be crashing up here and seeing what they can do. Beautiful drop. If you can do that consistently, obviously a low drop is better than a high drop. Nice high drop. Ryan's a good player. He gives himself a chance to be in every single point. is able to get to the kitchen, understands the fundamentals of pickleball. Good job. Good job keeping the team back there. Good job putting a paddle on it. Good drops. I like these. Look at what this player is doing. Guys, you need to recognize what your opponent is doing. He's dropping it to the corner, and how does this player take it? He slides his feet over and takes that. This is forehand. Yes, he had the time to do it, but recognize the behavior. He is clearly not wanting to take anything with his backhand. You, as the opposing team, need to take advantage of that and funnel balls to that backhand. If you can, cross-court it. Good shot. Two hands. Two hands is so dangerous. Good job. Good get. Look at what happened here. Look at what happens when you get it on his backhand. Look at what he's going to do with the ball. Perfect. This is an opportunity to Ernie. Maybe it's too shallow for you to be able to get it. I can't tell from this angle. You might have been able to get it. And also where it bounced, I would have really liked seeing that ball taken out of the air, either sped up or just dunk or doing a dink cross court. But the Ernie's there. Ryan Football seems athletic enough to be able to cover you if you are going to go over the line. So watch that pattern. I would, again, keep targeting that backhand. I don't like that. I don't like that lob. If you're going to lob, you need to take it out of the air and be able to put it over the right side player's left shoulder. If you do it the way he did it, you're putting it right onto Pink Shorts' backhand. He looks like a very athletic player, and he is going to absolutely crush that. Good drop. Good job keeping them back. Yeah, make it hard for them. Make your returns as far back as possible. Crush that. Good job. Good shot. High drop. Decides to drive it. Did not work out that time. The drops are working out. I would stick with that. I think he knows the drops are working out in that corner. Look at what this player decides to do. This is why this player is a little bit more complete. He decides to, instead of running way out here, he decides to go ahead and take it with his backhand. And he hits it at green shorts again. Good job. Keep funneling balls to Pink Shorts. Oh, out of bounds. Take that in mind too. Look at what Blue Shirt is starting to do now. He's reading balls. I mean, good shot by him, good poach. But he's being aggressive, and he's going to start taking balls out of Pink Shorts' hands. You can be aggressive here. Look at the space he's going to leave behind if you are able to keep it wide enough. Let's watch how he reacts. Let's pay attention to Blue Shirt and see what his positioning is. Good job keeping them back. Do not let them get back forward. And it's very hard to win from the baseline, so good job by this team to keep them backwards. Good job to continue to feed Pink Shorts. Let's see what happens here. Do they feed that backhand? That backhand is very weak, and it looks like Ryan Football has recognized that. You need to continue to attack that. Let's look at the positioning too. Look at where he's standing. He's almost over when this is made. Yeah, he's expecting you to attack that. You guys need to be aware of that. Ooh. And if you can, go behind Blue Shirt. A lot of unforced errors right there. Good shot. He's athletic enough to get there. Good job. Yeah, have to continue attacking Pink Shorts. Right choice. One more. Ooh, almost there. You got to do that. You got to give yourself one more chance to get back up to the net. You never know what can happen when you get the ball over one more time. Good job. Nothing fancy. You see the difference? Earlier, pink shorts tried to be fancy and do a little soft shot. They are playing this perfectly, just keeping the opposing team back. You have all the advantages. Keep the advantages. Good return. Another missed third shot. Good job by blue player, keeping that low and being aggressive with it. Oh, good hands. Player in the blue shirt is really starting to jump over to the right side of the court. Good job by funneling it to the guy in the pink shorts. Have to continue to do that. Big disadvantage. Good drive. Good return. Oh, that's unfortunate. They had the advantage there. They were playing that well and keeping them back. Short return. Guys, it's so much more beneficial to return as deep as possible. When you get a short return, you're going to crush your partner. Look at what happens here. Not much you can do there. Good job to get the hands up, but you're probably going to lose that point 9 out of 10 times. I'm thinking this might be game point. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't heard the score yet. Good hard serve. Good return. Oh, that's unfortunate. A very well played game. Good job by these guys recognizing green shorts' patterns for that Ernie. It happened once over here. They were able to capitalize it on the other side of the court. You, as the returning team, Ryan and green shorts, you guys, I would suggest going ahead. When you find a weakness, you need to attack that over and over, especially in a tournament setting. When you're in rec play, it's not that big a deal. Actually, when I'm in rec play, I like to attack the stronger player and see what I can do against a stronger opponent. But in this setting, I would be going back to him 9 out of 10 times as much as possible. So there you have it, the full match analysis. You can learn a lot by watching others play pickleball, and I hope this helped you break the game down a little bit more. See what you can add to your game, take out from your game, and tell me, does your game look anything like this game does? So go ahead and like and subscribe because we will be doing another full match analysis very shortly.